Only the state of Louisiana picked these guys to be in the semifinals. Only they believe in their own. And guess what? Dreams come true. Here we are in a situation to make it to the finals in something they think is a very doable situation against the upset kings, Andrew Dentler and John Ferrari. John Ferrari has played a fantastic tournament. His defense is absolutely off the page. And hits the tape home. And if that's any indication what's going to happen, a hometown bounce, man, Dentler and Ferrari could be in trouble. Bud Light has been everybody's enemy except the guy with the blue nose. Once again, thank you for all of you that tuned in. You chose the right channel. There's 2 great men's matches going on, but this is a must-see. The drifter set, the tempo set, and John Ferrari's at cross court, and now we're even at 1 apiece. John Ferrari, a Fresno native, traveling east, traveling west. I see the guy almost everywhere we go. Andrew Dentler, Pennsylvania native. George Mason, opposite and outside. Wow, there's a dribbler. Try catching that on the one bounce. Maybe not in this sport. 2-1. A lot of good teams got outed. Upset City all over the place. Cannoli and Rochitz got upset by Chris Frazier. Everybody knows Jersey turned Brooklynite. And of course, the great Cam Beans. There's the on-2. I don't think that's going to work at this level, not in this point in the tournament. And there's a jumbo, and that's a good setup shot to play defense. But that tempo, man, is just really, really good. Trying to go over on one again. Evan Cory says, take that somewhere else. And Dentler says, okay, right here, into my block. And I believe the score is 2-2. Score is 2-2 in this first set. Andrew Dentler to serve. Andrew Dentler played a lot of grass. Pottstown Rumble. There's a nice high swing, and that ball luft balloons out of bounds, and our luft balloon count is up to 79. I don't think we're going to make it to 99 luft balloons. We've been counting balls that scudded out of bounds. We call them luft balloons, and when we get to 9, the whole play stops, and we play the Nina song from the 80s. Dentler with the serve. Dentler with the runaway floater serving Logan. There's the outside set. That's a little bit in and out, but I think the ref doesn't kick up too much of a fuss if it's what people call clean, and that's transition point, and Andrew Dentler is silencing the crowd before they even get started. Your order is ready. Better pass by Logan Weber. Weber with the high swing, and that's what he wanted for the switch, and now a little bit of wind picking up, but considering the wind and the Cancun swirly worthy gust that we had, this is absolutely nothing, and the people at this level don't even feel a pinch on this. Wow, nice short serve and a little bit of a J-hook pass by Andrew Dentler, and Dentler going for the gold medal shot on that, and really all it takes is one little mistake here and there to galvanize this crowd, this capacity crowd, this Evan Cory and Logan Weber heavy crowd. Cory with the serve, Blue Nose Athletics in the house. There's the drifter to the antenna, and Cory looked like he had to walk the dog on that one. He fell a little too soon. And now, a 1-point lead goes to the Vets. For those of you that just tuned in, welcome. From the other live stream, welcome. This is the home favorite match. This is the de facto center court match. That's Logan Webber on the pass. The up and down set, and Webber line over. And once again, Ferrari comes up with good digs. There was a touch on that block he knew he had to go over. Webber on the set. Cory with a big smile on his face. And what did I say? They only need to do one or two good things. Every little play is going to sound like a hole-in-one at the PGA. I promise you. But come on. If you were watching golf, you wouldn't be watching this. Nice. Sideways jump, an indoor worthy down the hatch swing. We call that the All-American. Pretty good competition. Katie Hogan in the house, chilling. Nice serve to space, but unfortunately that goes to Evan Cory, and a little bit of a drifter, and he knows he's got to get that. Oh, nice set, and Cory cut. Oh, Dentler tried to go one over on that. It looked like he was going to go for the dig on the cut and changed his mind. And I mean, there's no way that ball's going to go one over. It defies physics. Court 1, all indication says that Baranek and Field are going to, are ahead in game 2, 11-5. They're also down 1-0. Rafu and Piotr won the first set. But here we are on a very, very important match. Finals implications, of course. There's the tempo set, and that is the touch. And Webber looked like he won a little under the net action, but I don't think the ref's going to give him the rub on that as we wait for the next point switch. There's the switch. That's a 7-7 switch. There's the up and down on the spin, and there's Dentler. Drifter on the set, and Dentler gets the bop off the block, scoring first on the switch. The second switch, you're going to definitely see some heckling in this one. Wow, nice high jump. Man, I saw big sunglasses above the net on that one. Logan Webber. First time I saw him was the USA Volleyball College Invitational they have every year at Hermosa Beach, California. I believe he came out of Iowa. Evan Cory serve out of the middle, handled nicely by Andrew Dentler. Dentler, wow, there's the swing, and Dentler said he's finally getting his sleep time in. He is a father of a beautiful child, I believe, close to 2 or 3 years old, close to 2 and 2.5 years old. So he's got the terrible twos to deal with, but it looks like he's getting a little bit more sleep. Wow, just lighting it up. My pick for most improved player of the year. I mean, there's Rafi Polis and there's Logan Webber. I like this partnership, and I like that they decided to do this partnership earlier than later. The last thing you want to do is have someone announce a tour and you're still shuffling and trying to get as many reps as you can. There's this, that's an ace! And he knows it. He doesn't need to look at it. When the line jumps, that's it. That supersedes all. Except for the crowd that believes in backwash. They believe a ball hit outside the line so hard that somehow it kicked the sand and shook the line up and down, which you're not going to get that call from any FIVB, and hopefully not any AVP ref. Now, the key to this game, Logan Webber's serve to space is earth-shattering. He takes a little bit off the swing until he gets his rhythm, and he goes good, better, best, and he maintains his contact, and it comes right down to the middle of the court like a ton of bricks. And as good a passer as Ferrari is and Dentler are, they really, really have to watch themselves. But I think they're going to make the adjustment right now during the technical timeout, as we take timeout from the action. We'll be back. This is a pretty good pass. Coming in the outside set, Dentler bops him off the block. And let me tell you something, the more those Hugheses he gets, the more confident his swing's going to become, to a point where he's just going to think he's going to swing anywhere. And that's a dangerous hitter at any level. Never mind this. John Ferrari with the serve. We're not at that 11s in this first set. It's an okay pass. There's an inside set, and Cory loves that. Cory loves the jump in and line over. He does a really, really good job disguising his shots. He's got the indoor pivot, but where it looks like he's opening up to hit cross court. And then instead of cross bodying, he literally turns his body when he swings line. There's the tempo set, very high percentage set, and that ball is in. And with a last name like Ferrari, you gotta rate all of his shots like after a car. Like that one might have been, I think that one's like a BMW. John Ferrari hit a BMW. Andrew Dentler, will he go jump serve? No, he goes runaway jump floater. And I think that's smart. I think Cory and Webber pass the topspin serves really, really well. You really got to make them move. And I don't think you make them move laterally all the time. I think you kind of try to hit Cory in between the eyes. And that ball's into the net, now it's 13-13. And this crowd, I mean, there is a swelling of enthusiasm, but I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie to the people watching this. I don't see it yet. I hope it gets better. It's a swelling. Oh, what a beautiful thing! And there it goes. And now, the swelling turns into this tremor, and I'm really just waiting for the eruption. This is what I personally and professionally have waited all weekend for. What a juicy match, and what a worthy opponent. That ball's out of bounds, and man, Ferrari would love to have that one back. And there's a 15-13 switch. I'm glad you guys have the digital scoreboard, because the guys actually doing the regular scoreboard might be under the positive influence of Alcoholics Bliss and might flip the scoreboard maybe a point or two for their guy. When I told you hometown favorite gets 3 points, I didn't mean it that way. I swear. Up and down, Dentler, got it. Such a calm player. Not too emotionally high, not too emotionally low. And I know Cole doesn't always energize and galvanize the crowd, but performance does. Nothing wrong with that. Just ask Karch. Before he started catching temper tantrums, just ask Phil Dahlhauser, the silent assassin. That ball's out of bounds, and that's exactly what Ferrari's trying to do. He was trying to catch him high. He's hoping if he catches Cory high, that might mess up his lateral movement on the approach. We're in the first set, 16-14. No, I'm good. Nice hold on the platform, and there is the crossbody. A little bit of a turn on that crossbody. I like to see Andrew Dentler do that a little bit more. It minimizes the errors. We've seen more options than that podcast out there. That podcast is on episode 91, and I'm pretty sure just on center court alone in court one, we've seen a couple of hundred. Evan Cory, check it out. Check out the footwork. Like I said, check out the indoor-worthy pivot foot, meaning your last two steps. That last step, that right step is actually parallel to the net, and the left step is almost on a 45-degree angle. Double arm swing, and he swings overhead with his whole body when he goes line, and cross court, he's already facing cross. You don't see a lot of beach players do that either. There's the up. Evan gets a touch up, but you know what? When that ball falls and Evan gets fired up, now I see a little bit of a tremor. And now they got a decision that they have to make on timeout. I think he's going to get back to the court, and he's going to keep walking, or he's going to stop. Okay, he's stopping. I think that was entirely up to Ferrari if they wanted that timeout. Dentler said he was good either way. Oh, what a beautiful on-two. Oh, my goodness, what a play. That's an open hand. There's got to be a discussion about that, but putting heads to bed, closing that discussion before it even starts. John, I will call that, I don't know, a Ford Focus move. John Ford Focus Ferrari. Oh, my goodness. And the T-shirts come off and the bellies trying to distract Ferrari from the serve. Oh, snuck it through. Evan is pumped up for the switch. For those of you that are not here, I'm going to describe this the best way that I can. There are a bunch of guys, I would say, let's just say like a little barbecue. All of them pulled up their shirt while Ferrari was serving just to distract him to stop. What? This is amazing. Oh, there's a line over, and with his left. That was weird. That almost looked like a lefty approach to make that happen, like he was trying to imitate Evan. Again, this, regardless of what set this is still young. They trailed by 2, 17-19. But the way these two have been playing, they've been counted out at least 2 of the last 3 playoff set matches, and here they are in the semifinals facing an overwhelming crowd favorite. And all they need to do is hang in there, like what they're doing now. Hang in there, make it 18-19, maybe even make it 19 up, and I think I speak for a lot of people out there, the better team doesn't usually win at 19 up. Sometimes it's just whoever's hot.
Great shot. In the corner, getting in line.
What a nice, oh, there's a gorgeous set. Oh my goodness, if you're gonna take it in and out, it's gotta look like that. And Ferrari ties the game and lets the crowd know it with a big smile on his face. John Ferrari performing in enemy territory. Experience comes into play. Playing in hostile environments. Dentler, that goes without saying. Everywhere he plays is a hostile environment. And that serves into the net. And that sets up set point opportunity. And the problem is, when you tease the crowd and taunt the crowd, you have to make sure you get the very next play. Because the very next play, the crowd will be the first one to let you know, we got you. Set point opportunity, number 1. What a swing. Tempo set, his favorite set. John Ferrari's one cross court. Out of a Ferrari, I think I'll call that, I don't know, Well, it's a little bit better than the Honda Accord. Let's go straight Mercedes 500 SL. Oh, 350 SL. In the lands of pickup trucks, I'm giving this guy sleek cars. 2020. That's a little shooty. He's got to make sure he's got that. Evan down the line. Man, Captain Clutch. No sweat on that man's paws. Just a hammer on the heel, my man. Set point opportunity number 2. And now, with the crowd, there is standing room only. What a beautiful line shot on a kind of a late 4-block switch. Set point opportunity number 2. Set on the outside. Dentler. Doug. Dentler. Doug again for the set. Cory. Got it! Evan Cory takes the first set and lets the crowd know how much he loves them as much as they love him. Oh my goodness. People, we got to take a break, but please do not touch that dial. I'm old school, but just the same, we'll be back. Hey, we're back. Forgive me, I had to put down the headset because if the cameraman can zoom in on that picture, the score is officially 69-69. Like I said, you don't let those guys under the positive influence of alcoholic bliss keep score. What an amazing first set. I got to tell you, I mean, Dentler and Ferrari, they did all the right things. They were behind and they tried to find ways to come back, and they tried to find ways to keep it within 2 and striking distance. And when it was time to strike, they didn't. Evan Cory did. There's the jump floater. That's Dentler. Going out to Dentler, down the hatch. Wow, what a great dig. And Logan's first step was absolutely terrible. Tried to make up for it, and that ball luft balloons out of bounds. And now we're on luft balloons, we're officially at 80. We're not making it to 99, now with only 2 matches left. Andrew Dentler, this time he breaks out the jump serve. I don't know if that's the adjustment. I really did like the float serve, but maybe not serve that crazy lefty right now. Wow, Ferrari. Beautiful shot, and the boo birds come out. And Ferrari honestly loves to be hated, and I mean, as an elite athlete, when you're playing in hostile territory, you really, I mean, you have a lot of choices, but I narrow it down to just these 2. One, you totally ignore them. You turn your mute on. A lot of elite athletes have a mute button. They don't really hear anything when they're playing. Or you play to the crowd and let it energize you. That ball's a touch, and everybody knows it. And now the score is 3-2. As they say, 3-2 bad guys. No, scratch that. 3-2, or is it? No, it's 2-2. There's a short serve, and that ball trickles into the net. And now, 3-2, as they say here, the bad guys. It's such a stretch to call someone like Andrew Dentler the bad guy. Wow, nice pop off the block. That is an indoor-worthy hit. That's tough for 3 blockers and 3 defenders to pick up. That's the money shot right there. We're 1 away from the switch. 2 evenly matched teams. been a while since I've seen Ferrari play, so I'm not sure if he's overachieving here or if he just matured as a volleyball player.
Oh, shot.
Pretty good. It's a pretty good hold on his. Oh my goodness, wrist away. Man, he went that bad. I mean, that would have stuck it right to the home crowd if he could get that on the switch, but not to be. But one of the biggest gifts from above a volleyball player can receive is being able to increase their IQ, and by the time they're smart enough to play this game, make sure that their body's not wrecked. There's a jump serve, and again a good pass, and Ferrari sees the line, and good for him. The entire first set, he used power just to set up these shots, and set was a little high for his normal tempo speed, but I'm sure they practiced enough where adjustments are a foregone conclusion, and that ball sails into the top of the tape. And I'm telling you, Bud Light doesn't like anybody today except Cory and Weber. And I think it'd be absolutely crazy if he jump serves the ball and hits the tape and goes over right now. Nope, didn't need any tape for that. Wow, there's a pretty good dig, an acceptable dig, and he knows he's got to swing. Hits the top of the tape. A little bit of a tomahawk dig, and Cory tried to return with the tomahawk, but speed's too fast, and that ball dropped too fast.
Baseball player trying to hold it, taking out the catcher, but the stoic Virginia, unwavering, unmovable.
Well, there's the option, and that ball sails out of bounds. I will not call that a left balloon. And for John Ferrari, I'm not sure we're looking for a Ferrari serve on this. No, nice hit off the block. He knows that. Score is 6-6. They have a decision to make. I mean, look, Logan Weber gets it really, really high, so it's not like they're serving the hitter that reaches the lowest. They're both incredibly high right now. That ball hits the back part of the line, and that ball is in, and we're one away from the switch. Ferrari taking these moments in one at a time, and win or lose, the real winner is me as a fan. I follow the sport more than particular players, but I do have my favorites, and it seems like there's two on this court instead of one. I really, really love the way Ferrari played this tournament. He played a masterful tournament. Wow, that might be a net violation. And that ball's dug, and there's the option, and we found Nemo on the net there with the blue nose, and there's your switch, 6-8, or should I say 8-6. I think the crowd has been quite cordial and accepting and welcoming of a good match. As a guy like me from the South Bay, when someone says the term heckle, you know. I mean, two words for you: Rosie's Raiders. Dentler with the serve. I think he's going to go straight topspin. He's got a little bit of wind coming at him, a little bit of wind in his face, if you will. And wow, nice noogie. That was like a nugget kill, and that's a rare move if you ever saw one. And Logan Weber's been really working on his serve to space, but his jump serve's been well scattered out. They know Logan really, really likes to go middle. And you can see on serve receive, you're going to see more of John Ferrari and Dentler take the middle. and dare him to serve to zone 1, which is line. There's a stuff. There's the stuff. There it goes, and off come the shirts. Oh my goodness. Oh, is this how they wave their Gucci rag in Louisiana? All right. Okay. Here's the back set. Great court vision. Made a nice move. John Ferrari serves the ball out. And that's one of the things that haunted him a little bit. But his team is talented enough where he was able to survive those things. And I mentioned the last 2 matches, it might come back to bite him if he's not careful. Once again, he's played a masterful tournament defensively, and I can't even say enough about his relentless pursuit. I got a lot of stock, and of course Andrew Dentler, he knows I have love for him. Former coach at Endless Summer Beach Volleyball Club in Hermosa Beach, California. It was him, me, Miles Evans, Jeff Samuels for a little bit, Jaron Barreto, and the great Pompilio, who was Jose Loyola's coach. There goes Cory. Oh, there's the noogie again, but this time they dig it. Ferrari, nice snap on his wrist. I've seen him hit a couple of those balls long, and that time he snapped his wrist, and with great results. And now we're 1 away from the technical timeout. In a perfect world, they try to get out of this 12-9 before we take timeout. Once again, Andrew Dentler was one of the premier coaches for a long time. He's moved out of Hermosa Beach since. But at that time, that club had led the nation in recruitments per capita. Oh, there's the line over, and that is out of bounds. And the ref, we're not going to take a break yet. We got to figure out if this is actually in or out. Oh, they got a little conversation going on. The question is, did the line jump? If the line jumped, that's the end of the conversation. If the line didn't jump, they have a decision to make on the spot on the challenge, and the referees are now going to call, waiting for the verdict. And there's the 12-9 they're looking for. And the crowd doesn't like it, and you know what? The crowd's got this timeout that we're going to take to get over it. And here we go. Until then, stick with us. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back from the technical timeout, and I think one of the fans might have pushed one of the players, and you know it's all fun and games and it's all playful, but they really have to be careful, especially when the consumption of alcohol comes into play. Chris Frazier, who's also in attendance, wanted to make sure everybody was cool, because as far as being loved, people who are loved away from the hometown heroes, you're not going to find a whole lot more love than Chris Frazier is actually talking to the ref right now. So as I was saying before the technical timeout, Andrew Dentler, one of the premier coaches of Endless Summer at the time, the 8 commitments, 4 of the girls went to USC. 3 of the girls went to USC, 1 went to UCLA, 2 went to Long Beach State, 1 went to Grand Canyon University, and 1 went to Arizona. And that had a lot to do with Andrew Dentler. The kids remember him and they love him. Whoa. Wow, right into our living room on the 1 bounce. That is Logan Weber, and they get to double digits and close the lead within 2. Weber, ready to serve. Andrew fixing his runway. Who are they going to go to? No, they go into the bottom of the tape, and once again, Bud Light has gotten touched, and Bud Light wins. And Bud Light sometimes has no love even for the home team. John Ferrari to serve. That's a very good serve. I like it, position 1. Now Evan Cory gets the side out, but I'll tell you why I like that serve. John Ferrari knows the dirty little secret about left-handed players. Left-handed players do not like being served on their right shoulder. So you got a lefty on the right side, on the oppo side. You serve his right shoulder. Zone 1's a pretty good spot to serve anyway. You can ask any left-handed player. Oh my goodness, and big smile on his face, he knows. A big smile, he says, you got me, and he moves on. And the important thing is not the stuff. I'm very, very interested to see if 1, if they go back to him, and 2, what John Ferrari is going to do now. That ball's out of bounds, and that's what I was talking about before, where youth and inexperience comes into play. You got to get blocked. That next serve's got to go in. So you just took the decision out of the hands of the opposition by taking care of something we all agree is a controllable. And I do understand you have to serve tough in this game. If you serve lollipops, you get licked. So I guess it's called pressure. You have to serve tough, and it has to go in. Oh, wow. There's the dip and turnaround. I love the teardrop by Evan Cory. But Andrew Dentler turns around. Ferrari's there. And there's almost a 2-on-1 on that double team.
Once again, trainer, please report to court 5 and center court. Trainer, any medical staff, please report to court 5, center court, please.
Here comes Weber with the serve. There's the tempo set he likes, and oh my goodness, that's where you call John Ferrari. That shot was slick as a Ferrari. And there's the switch. Still got a bit of an uphill battle. Or no, scratch that. It's 15-13 them. That was an important switch. We all know that could have went another way, but since the technical timeout, the home team has scored 4-3 on that switch, and wow, that's a nice stay home and wait. Can he convert? A cut of his own! John Ferrari's pumped. Smiles it out. Lets the crowd know. I'll tell you this, he's won over a lot of people in this crowd. You don't see too many boo-birds on John Ferrari right now. Cory needs to get this. And there's the Yahoos. Now in the lead to 2. There's the over, and it looks like there might have been a touch. And Logan Weber touched it, admits he touched it. Sometimes players do a little walk away because they don't want to admit to someone's face that they didn't touch it, but he turned around, everybody's looking at him, and he said, you know, out of respect for no line judges and the top and bottom ref doing the best they can on this one, the honor system comes into play, and all of the competitors have done well with that. And when I say all of the competitors, every single one, the entire tournament. Again, this has been an amazing tournament. I can't say enough nice things about it. And the crowd is Gold Series worthy. The shopping looks terrific, and that ball is in, and that's an ace. And taking control, 8-4, and Logan Weber's gonna want that timeout. Maybe someone older wants a timeout a little sooner, but just the same, here it is. And here's our break. Stay with us. We'll be back after the time.
Coconut.
Here we go, we're back. Coconut Beach. The home team finds themselves trailing by 4, yet still up 1-0. So I think it would be volleyball malpractice for this not to go to the third set. Dentler, Ferrari, They've already had a bunch of three-setters, and this one seems no different. And a good gas tank by Dentler, and the engine that never stops running with Ferrari. I mean, with a last name like Ferrari, I don't need to say anything about that man's gas tank and his ability to go. That ball just wide, and now at least the bleeding stops for the moment. Weber with the serve. There's the up and down, topspin serve, and there's the option. Return to sender, insufficient postage. Dentler actually, that was probably the best jump I've seen from him in the last two matches. He looks to be getting stronger. I know he was battling some dehydration issues earlier on, and I think there was a medical timeout for him, and he just came back on the court and toughed it out. That was 2 matches ago. I believe that was against Ed Ratledge and Kevin Villela. Kevin Villela, one of the nice guys of the sport. Up and down, there's the cross court. There's the line. Set point opportunity number 1, and there's the switch, which we all agree is probably going to be the last switch. (20-15). We're one away from going, or maybe a couple away from going to the third set. There's a medical timeout on center court. And there's a pretty good set to Logan Weber. He's got to make sure he gets up. You're going to set someone a sky ball close to the antenna. You got to be the first one at the scene of the crime. Sometimes you got to lay out. I get it, to deliver a good set. Set point opportunity number 2. 16-20. Evan Cory's definitely going to jump serve. He's got just enough wind to his face, and the optics ball is amazing as far as friendly drop. There's the tempo, and good night. Detonate, and then does the hush sign as he walks by the crowd. Says silence. And ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for set number 3? We'll be back.
13.
Okay, here we are, the decisive third set. This is Coconut Beach. This is Louisiana. Dentler on the first play gets the line and the touch, and he knows he touched that. He's got to admit that. Otherwise, he'd been abandoned by his own crowd. Well, 1 set apiece. This is the decisive third set to get into the finals. Already punching their ticket to the finals. Rafa Rodriguez Bertrand and Piotr Marciniak defeated Eric Baranek and Troy Field, so they're the first team in, and whoever wins this faces them. And whoever wins this, oh my goodness, great shot by Evan Cory. Whoever wins this is definitely going to be up to the challenge. One apiece. Third set is up to 15. Each team is allowed 1 timeout apiece. There is no technical timeout in third set. Nice 1 move. And the lefty, that's a pretty good set. Great set for a lefty. Right into his left shoulder where he can cut back or just go hard and do wherever he went. Evan had a lot of options on that. And maybe Ferrari maybe adjust the line or kick the sand a little bit and create some time to, there you go, some time to cut off some of that momentum. Because as you can see, Logan Weber has the ball, and he's more than anxious to serve right away. And look how tight their serve-receive formation is. They know Logan likes to serve down the middle. And if you don't cover all of that middle, my goodness, it comes down like a ton of bricks. So that was their strategy, and that was their adjustment after the first game. Tighten up, move both players more towards the middle, dare Logan Weber to serve position 1, that's the server side, or position 4, or zone 4, which is the left side. Nice, there's a tweener shot. Extra point is good, but it did hit one of the uprights, and there's your first switch of the game. Evan Cory, Logan Weber on the 3-2 switch. That's out of bounds, and sometimes it is good to duck in this sport. They say there's no ducking in volleyball. I tell you what, there is in this game. That ball's out of here. 4-3. And I actually like that serve. I've been one of Ferrari's biggest critic of his serving, and not to mention the timing of the misses. But I'm actually not mad at that one. That was you got to go for it, and that was a pretty good spot. And either you hit it or you don't. And he missed that one. Man, a whole lot of extra points off of the upright. That was down. That one hit the down crossbar, aka his noggin, and we're tied. No surprise, there's a tie between these two evenly matched teams. Dentler is going to go jump serve on this. That was one of his adjustments between the first set and the second. I personally thought, oh man, that set might have been chowder. Yeah. And Ferrari, let me tell you something. John Ferrari has a space shuttle argument for that one because spin notwithstanding, that if a ball comes in one hand and out the other, and side spin might suggest a double hit. And you're really not looking at how it comes out. It's about how it comes in, and that ball goes into the net, but that's 5-5 switch. Most refs judge it how it comes in, but sometimes if you miss it and you're not sure, look no further than a good old side spin that might suggest that what you initially saw is correct. Got to back up, but there's a good set. And Cory with, oh my goodness, way off the ground. No wonder he tried to beat the world on that shot. Good elevation, but he absolutely whiffed it on the swing. That was a mishit. And once again, still controlling the game, still controlling the momentum to make sure it never gets too far away is John Ferrari and Andrew Dentler. Oh my goodness, that has to be the fourth one in this set alone that went between someone's hands, and this one did not hit an upright or crossbar. That's just a clean extra point, ladies and gentlemen. Now once again, watch the serve receive formation by Andrew Dentler and John Ferrari. Watch them tighten it up. They know he's gonna jump serve. Expect some heavy topspin on this. Yep. That hits the tape. Very good pass. There's the tempo set he likes. Good night. Man, he looks, it's such a high percentage shot. He almost looked bored with it. He almost looked bored with that shot. The tempo is awesome. Joined by Jeff Samuels.
I called the last semi. I'm calling this one. It's a tough bet. But I'm going with my neighbor, Andrew Dentler. And his boy, John Ferrari. That's my bet.
Jeff Samuels just stood behind me and said he's got a little bit of cheddar cheese on his brother from another mother. Also an endless summer coach, a former endless summer coach. The beach volleyball club in Hermosa Beach. Jeff Samuels also part of that coaching staff for a while. So there is an incestuous relationship where my favoritism might lean towards one of them, but even though it's very easy to be a prisoner at the moment with Evan Cory and Logan Weber. That ball hits the back line, and that's what you get when you taunt the crowd. You have to make sure the very next play nothing bad happens. What an amazing crowd. This place is on fire. There's the up and down on the toss, a little controlled serve. That's shot, but that was done okay. Very good set. Just enough room, space creation for Andrew Dentler. I like the set by John. And now the score is 8-up. And I mean, no one here is surprised. It's been that way the whole day. 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, and I mean, I can't. If this is 13 up, I think I'm just gonna have goosebumps. I don't. I need to do. I understand I need to do my job here, but the fan in me just completely takes over. There's a nice set out of the middle, and wow, right off the noggin, and that ball lands off the court. And I think it dented a couple of cars in the parking lot. And I'm serious for everyone watching the camera shot. That ball on a one bounce has left the building faster than Elvis. Weber, jump floater. Winded is, oh my goodness. Left shoulder serve. They have been working Andrew Dentler's left shoulder all game. And sometimes it's not about fast results. Sometimes it's just the constant pressure. The objective is not to ace him. The objective is to make his life a living hell. And sometimes when you continue to do that, an ace is the result. Left shoulder again, this time a midline. The one-arm bandit, he's got to take it. Free ball opportunity, looking to get to 9. Dentler, Doug, another free ball. Drifter, Ferrari, lefty, got it! What a rock star move by John Ferrari on these free ball opportunities. I mean, to say that he caught, I said this a million times, a masterful tournament overall from bell to bell. Some teams have ups and downs, but this guy's been amazing. Cory, up and down. Cory, man. I think what you call that is hitting the sweet spot of the ball, and when Cory does that, he doesn't necessarily have to have a fast whip. That's a really good swing. Well, Ferrari's not the only one that's had a magnificent performance. Cory's been like this all weekend. I mean, it's a great scenario. This is kind of your hometown. Timeout is called. And man, I guess we're going to take a break for the conclusion of this awesome match. We'll be back. Each 11-9 lead. I thought it was a very intelligent timeout by a very high IQ, experienced veteran team. The referee said something to Andrew Dentler, and Dentler's like, I don't have any idea what you're talking about. And it's actually, he's talking about someone else behind you. Looking for a fresh, dry ball. They're setting up center court for the women's finals, and after that, impromptu, the men's finals. That was redundant. I'll just say impromptu, the finals. A written agreement on whether the ball's not slippery. Cory says, take my word for it, or you're going to find out when you try to set it. Oh my goodness, and there was a little slip on that. I wonder if Cory was totally forthcoming about the slippiness of the ball. 11 to 10. 10 serving 11, that is. Andrew Dentler really needs to clear the sand because both of these guys are jumping out of the sky. He's got to mark his territory. Literally draw a line in the sand so he can get up and, oh wow. The lead is now 2. The big difference in this game was that ace. That ace on Andrew Dentler in zone 4, and right now it's this 2 points to 1 point to 2 points to 1 point. And I mean, at this point, they can side out their way to get to the championship, unless Dentler and Ferrari find a way. There's the tempo, there's the block, there's the one-arm bandit. Now, here it comes, the capacity crowd. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear the rumblings. Before, what's going on? I wonder. Oh, we got a better ball. We got a nice dry ball. We're gonna get to Logan Weber. It's been like a vibration and then a tremor. But if they get to the finals, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for at least a 4.5. Up and down, Ferrari. Oh, that ball, oh my goodness, I was just gonna say that ball left balloons out of bounds and made a liar out of me, and now still find themselves trailing by 2. Look, we gotta, for the people watching, we got a little bit of wind back to front, okay? Advantage side right now is Cory and Weber. If they can somehow, some way get to 12, this game is not over. But first they have to find a way to stop Weber, and they can't. Weber jumping out of the sky, reading his progressions, and now 14-11. Seems like an insurmountable lead. Evan Cory, jump serve. Wow, top of the tape. Handled nicely by John. No, you don't call that on match point. Oh my goodness. That was called on match point, and John Ferrari is not happy. What a finish. What a finish. And now we got to get ready for one more match. One more men's match. We can start with the women's match first. And are you ready for the men's and women's final? I am. In fact, I'm out of here. I'm moving to center court. I'm Jason DeBeas. I love all of you to pieces. We're out of here.